play interview, I reach a conclusion that is so astounding and mysterious to me that I was flabbergasted. And I don't want to tell you what the conclusion, why you all are here, you don't even know why. That's how good the ending is. So you'll be fascinated as to understanding what this phenomena is. It was just totally amazing. So that's it on Epic. But what they don't know, what Roger and I know, is that we shared a film together. And he talks himself about being a craftsman. He's more than a craftsman. You don't understand. We faced death together, he and I. He was directing a film I was in. And together, our life was in jeopardy.
We got death threats, we really did.
And it wasn't over the quality of the film. It was, we were doing a film in the Four Corners area.
The southern Missouri between Tennessee and Arkansas.
Cairo, Illinois.
Just south of Cairo.
Just south of Cairo.
Right. Yeah.
And we were doing a story about integration, and it wasn't popular at the time in those places, and we had to be guarded by police all the time. Now, here's the kind of filmmaker this engineer, this craftsman was. He took a camera. We were told to be out of town at night. Get out of town. Get out of. We don't want to see you here. The police said, and we needed a shot. And he daringly took a camera himself with me, and we got that shot and ran out of town. Yes. And there was another moment that I thought was spectacular, and I remember it so vividly, and that is this. The rabble-rouser that I was playing had a defamatory speech to make on the stairs, at the courtroom balcony, and there were a long set of stairs down there, and Roger had advertised, come and be in a movie and see how movies make this Friday evening. So the crowd of all these people who don't like us assembles. And I'm about to say riot, pillage, kill, maim, okay? But I had been screaming for the previous 4 days, and I had laryngitis. And I had rested for about 24 hours without using my voice. And we agreed, Roger and I, that while he was shooting this way, over my shoulder, I would have told him, I can't speak, so I've got to save my voice, so I'm going to do a lot of this. And you people scream and yell and down and hang and jing and kill and maim. So he shot over my shoulder, and I was talking like this for about 3 hours. He got all the reaction shots he needed. By about midnight, everybody had gone. Then Roger reversed, and with nobody there, kill them! Hang them! Exactly. He was a daring, daring director.
And Bill won a number of film festivals, maybe not major film festivals, it was a little film. Bill won at least half a dozen festival awards for the best actor.
And there were little tiny awards too. He was an inspiration. Roger has been an inspiration on many levels. How to produce a film with every dollar. I did one latter day for as little money as we had, and I kept thinking of Roger. My wife went out for pizza to feed the crew. That was that kind of a film, and we did it the best we could. But making the film was all that was important, and you used what money you could and made the best film you could.
But as we say, enough of me. Bill has had a remarkable career. I think that he was a major star on Broadway before he came to Hollywood. I think his first film was The Intruder. He immediately was playing major roles, doing bigger and better work all along. Then came Star Trek. And of course, that was a phenomenon.
because you used to, you know, you complained, but I really think it was a boast that it was the only film he lost money on. He would say in interviews with me alongside, you know, it's the darndest thing. That film's the only film I lost money on. But recently, it changed, yes?
Yes. Bill and I did a commentary for a DVD of The Intruder. And The Intruder shot in 1960. In 2006, because of the DVD, finally broke even.
As a young director and a young actor, it was enormous. There was the villain was Gordon, Leo Gordon. The villain of the piece was Leo Gordon. Well, I was the villain of the piece, but he was an addendum. He was an addendum villain. But he had been the boxing champion of the Navy. Big guy. And if you were to see some of these older movies, you'd see him. He was a stock, heavy, and a good actor, but he had that flattened face and huge build. And this is the kind of thing that would happen on the film every day. Leo said, Bill, come here, I want to show you my, he had driven from Los Angeles to the location. I want to show you my trunk. And he opens his trunk, and he's got guns. Remember that? Carrying guns?
Yes.
Like he had shotguns and rifles and machine guns and pistols. And I said, my God, Leo, why have you got that? And he said, well, in case somebody comes down and tries to attack. He was a giant. And I'm standing beside me, 5'10", and I'm wondering, why is he carrying guns? What does he know that I don't know?
And that I didn't know.
Right. And then, when we got those death threats, we were staying in a motel, and there was a little cutout window in the bathroom. And I had planned to dive out that bathroom window and run into the cornfields that lay beyond. That was my, did you have a plan?
I had a plan, but it wasn't as good. Mine was to have a car parked right in front of my room in the motel, and I slept with the keys to the car in the bed with me so I could make a fast, but not as dramatic an exit as you did.
It was filmmaking. From that experience, I had the feeling of the joy of filming, of making a film, no matter what got in your way. The most important thing was to make that film and strive with every ounce of your being to conclude it, make it as good as possible. I learned that from you and put it to use many, many times afterwards.
Well, what is really interesting is that Bill was and is a brilliant dramatic actor. But he showed after Star Trek, and maybe during Star Trek, people said, okay, what are you going to do now? You've got this great success. On Boston Legal, he came back to an equally great success, playing with a lot of humor, which I think lifted the entire program.
Thank you.
Things to grab a hold of or hold on to or ever get in this business is longevity. People always want to replace with something new and move on. You guys have massive longevity on your side. And that's, I've only been in this business nearly 20 years. It's impressive. You guys are talking about shit that happened 60 years ago, man. And you finally turned a profit for this man. The ultimate Kobayashi Maru, if you will. Want to talk to these cats and ask some questions. The microphone here, I don't know if there's not a microphone any other place, but jump on up, man, ask a question of Mr. William Shatner, Mr. Roger Corman.